Well, hello. I was trying to record this video not too long ago. We may get interrupted again, but a giant corvid came in and then was eating some cat food that was outside. So let that be a sign. I love corvids, so for me, good luck. But for Lewis the cat, bad luck. Not good for his food. So hello, it's me, Dana Swanson. 10 years ago, I came on here and I posted a video called Unfortunate Brain News 001. I wasn't sure what was wrong with my brain. I went to the emergency room on April 26, 2012, and they were just like, something's wrong with your brain. We don't know what it is. And I've tried to kind of keep everybody posted on my journey in case you or a friend were going through something similar. Originally, it was just to keep my friends and family updated. And then I realized that people were just like, especially fellow brainies, people that were going through the process, kind of wanted to know what my experience was so that they could either support or they were going through the same thing and were just like, okay, this may answer some questions. So I wanted to at least start with some of that stuff of if you're here because you're like, what's it like 10 years out from having a rare brain tumor in the inferior frontal lobe on the right side? I had some hypothalamus damage occur during surgery, and so I probably have talked about that, but it's mostly been fine, but I have a lot of like needs for water. If I don't have water, I normally will just start saying water, and it just becomes almost really like childlike. Like I don't know where that comes from. It just happens. So water. I'm just going to do this so it says water because this is not product placement. I just really like it. Another thing that happens with the hypothalamus damage is like sunlight on my head or being in extreme heat or cold can really confuse my body going from hot to cold really fast. I moved to LA and being out here in the desert, maybe maybe not the greatest idea. I've really enjoyed it, but I've had at least 2 incidents where I just got too hot and then had to kind of figure that out on the fly of like, wait, what's happening to my body? Why can't I talk? Oh yeah, my aphasia is coming back. No, I'm thinking about it. It'll come, it'll come, it'll come. COVID. You guys, I got COVID, but I was terrified of getting it in 2020. Got vaxxed, boosted in 2021, and then I got the Omicron variant, and it was not great for me. But it was a lot tamer than obviously it would have been if I weren't vaxxed and boosted. I was sick for about a week, just like with like a similar like hard flu, and then the hardest thing for me was like the napping. Like I just have felt so tired. So for like the whole month of January, I felt exhausted in the afternoons, and it was like, are you making dinner? Well, I would like a nap, so I'm gonna nap before dinner. That was my COVID experience as somebody with a compromised immune system. Another update is, if I haven't talked about this, I really cannot do well with certain lighting. I may have posted videos of me with my lighting glasses that I have, but I wear those with bad like fluorescent lighting. But I also realized like how much strobes affect me, both in person and actually online. So if I'm watching a movie that has just like way too much of it, there are people that like really enjoy doing it because they think it's like funny. I don't get it, but if you don't need it, understand that you are cutting out a large group of people with your art. And this is where like art and accessibility kind of don't necessarily meet in the middle, but just consider that. If you're like, it'd be really funny adding a bunch of strobes. Well, guess what? I can't watch your thing, man. And neither can a lot of people. So keep that in mind. I also have shifted some labels, and the label that is pertinent to this video is disabled. I actually really embrace that word now. I used to say I'm a person with different abilities. I'm a differently abled person. Maybe even I'm a person with disabilities. And then at some point I just realized if it helps the cause, if it helps the movement to like embrace that, then I'm getting rid of my own internalized ableism. to call myself disabled, because I am on a couple different fronts. So if you are kind of trying to work through that, there are plenty of wonderful anti-ableism accounts and series. If you want to be an advocate, an ally to that, I encourage you to do so. How can you change your support? How can you change what it is that you're doing to better serve others? Something that really spoke to me, I think it was Diversability did a series on this, but it was about how disability encourages innovation. There's so many cool things we have because of disability. And I mean, I don't know, I want some glasses that yell whenever a strobe comes on. So someone get on that. So I hope that this has been a good wrap up. I had a pretty tough winter. At the end of winter, my mom passed away, and I just want to take a moment and like just really thank her for really being there when I was sick. We weren't really on great terms right before. We had a kind of a distanced thing happen, and when I was sick, she was just right there. She was right there. And she was so good. And she was the person I needed. And I had a wonderful partner at the time too. I needed a team, and they were both there. And it was like, I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for all of you. I am hoping that if you followed all this 10 years ago, that you're in a good place. If you're not, I hope that you have a good team. I hope that you have a good processor. I hope that you have friends. I hope you have family. I hope you have something, if it's not a person, that's keeping you going, man. So I'm going to try to keep posting stuff on here. I will hopefully be talking more about some different Toonami experiences, because I have a Toonami anniversary coming up in 2 days. I love you guys. Thanks, my little brainies.